is March 11th, noon. Call this meeting to order. Commissioner Holbrook, please open us with prayer.
Sir. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we gather today in our beloved community. We thank you for the many blessings that you have provided, for the protection of our first responders and our road crews and all other departments who continually strive to serve this community with excellence. We thank you for the anointing on our educators, the students and the children, that they fill up the classrooms. Today we not only celebrate the refreshing awakening of spring, but we're also reminded that you are in control and you can heal and restore anything at any time. So guide us today, unite us as we strive to walk in your path, and for the benefit of the people who call Boyd County home, we give you thanks. In Jesus' name, amen.
Let us stand. Gentlemen, please uncover and salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Judge Cheney.
Here.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Here.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Here.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Here.
Next, we'll move to the approval of minutes for February 11th and March 6th meeting. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, we'll move to the finance section, approval of submitted bills and transfers. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, we have Sheriff's Department 24 annual settlements. You know her?
Nope. Never seen her in my life.
This is our 2024 fee settlement. The receipts that I took in for the year through December was $2,345,080.03. However, if you'll see under the accounts receivable, that's the ones that I billed out for December, but was not collected until January through March of this year. So the total for the year was $2,435,410.07, and those have been dispersed to the fiscal court.
All right, thank you very much. Get a motion and a second to accept the annual settlement.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes.
Thank you.
Collection rate.
Approval of pay application for Westwood Fire Department grant. Now, we've discussed this many times. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second. Yep.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Do you have this copy or a copy, or do you need it?
We're not allowed to have originals.
I know I'm not allowed. I lose them. All right, next on the agenda is line of credit approval. This is 195?
195, yes.
195. What's the term?
1 year.
1 year. So it's revolving, be a $195,000 line of credit. It's for projects in the county. So for instance, like Shelter 7 in Armco Park, we're getting ready to do a major overhaul there. New swing set, shelter house, getting ready to do pretty much a big expansion there. It's going to look really good. And normally how we do this is we'll take LGEA money, which kind of fluctuates each year, and we'll take that and we'll apply it to a project, but it's never enough to kind of cover the whole project. So what we're thinking here is let's let the bank hold the debt. We've got a pretty good interest rate for what the market is right now. And then we'll use LGEA money to kind of facilitate towards that. So get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
We're facilitating the shortfall of the LGA money.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The goal is
Exactly. To finish the process.
it's not going to take local tax dollars to get it done.
Right.
That's the
Exactly.
whole goal. Did I get a motion in a second?
Yep.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook,
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury,
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, we'll move to the general section. Have a proclamation for Rusty Bowling. Commissioner Holbrook.
This is great. Boyd County Fiscal Court proclamation today to all whom are present, to all who are watching, for all to know, that whereas the Boyd County Fiscal Court desires to recognize the brave journey of a young Catlettsburg elementary student, and whereas Rusty Bowling was diagnosed with stage 4 high-risk neuroblastoma in February of 2020 at 4 years old, whereas Rusty underwent 15 months of treatment at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Rusty's treatments included 6 hours of surgery to remove the tumor, 8 rounds of chemotherapy, 2 bone marrow transplants, 15 rounds of radiation, and 6 months of immunotherapy. And whereas this community supported him through the battle, specifically with Rally for Rusty initiative, and whereas now Rusty is officially cancer-free and can focus on the things he loves the most, which include his family, playing baseball, hunting and fishing, and watching football with his dad. Now, we are honored to declare that today, March the 11th, 2025, as Rusty Bowling Day. Come on up here, Bob.
I'm going to get his picture up here.
Bring your family. Bring them all. Come on. Bring them all. It's your day.
Randy.
Come on, Randy. Teach me how to fish. I would like that. Yeah, probably. Rusty, you guys don't have to stay for the rest of this. Like that's the.
Yeah, you're more than
I know. I mean, I know you want to go back to school. No, sir. All right. Yeah, hey, this is your day.
No doubt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your example.
Yep.
I never made it through my living room practicing, guys. I just want you to know I never made it through. It's tough. What a hero.
Yep.
Think we can get through Arbor Day now?
You know how we follow that one up?
Think we get through Arbor Day?
Next on the agenda is Arbor Day proclamation.
All right, let's follow it up with this proclamation. Whereas the Commonwealth is graced with diverse forests that extend from the hardwood forests of the east to the cypress sloes of the west. Whereas trees are a sustainable resource providing significant environmental, economic, social, and human health benefits to Kentuckians. Whereas over 1/3 of Kentuckians live in a community actively managing their urban forests, spending over $9.2 million on this asset. And whereas Kentucky Forests products are a $13.5 billion green industry that employs over 49,000 people. Whereas trees enhance our air quality, purify our water resources, protect our soil, supply a source of renewable energy, and provide valuable wildfire habitat. Whereas forests improve our health and offer a place of recreation and solace. And whereas trees are healthy forests enhance the quality of life for all Kentuckians. And now, Eric Cheney, Boyd County Judge Executive, proclaims that April 4th, 2025 as Arbor Day in the state of Kentucky and urges all citizens across the great Commonwealth to participate in observance of this day by planting a tree. Our reward and that of future generations will be more beautiful Kentucky, whose health and well-being are sustained by this great natural resource, our forests.
Thank you.
It's exciting, but that's all right.
Next, move to general section. We're already there, sorry. Next on the agenda is executive session. We will be quick. We should be quick, right? We'll be quick. All right, get a motion and a second to go into executive session to discuss legal issue.
So moved. Second.
I don't know what it is.
Clerk, please call roll.
Tell you what it is.
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury? Yes. Judge Cheney?
Yes, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. No action was taken. We'll get a motion in a second to come back into regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is Boyd County Detention Center medical contract. Bill, you want to talk about this?
We just, we got a quality correctional there. They, were mostly in Indiana. We went to them on the mental health piece at the time, so there's only two counties left in Kentucky that have us and nothing in Kentucky, I think. But, it was hard, the coverages and stuff, and then all the way in Indiana, so most of the Indiana coverage, they were going to expand in Kentucky, and that hasn't fallen through. So, sorry. Thank you. I had some stuff better. So, on the administrative side, we weren't where we needed to be. I had some concerns. So, Triple C, which is correction care in Kentucky, they started in 2018. Now they have 58 counties, I think, in Kentucky. So I researched them, and we were switching from them. Most of their staff will be the same, but they're a Kentucky-based company, and they can offer and expand their medical stuff where we need to be.
All right. May have any questions on that? Get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is first reading of code enforcement ordinance. This is, we've been doing this for, well, I don't know, over 6 years now. We've been trying to really dial in code enforcement. And Bobby Stewart do an incredible job. You truly do. You do a great job. We're lucky to have you, really are. It's been working with him and Curtis and commissioners, and we're just kind of trying to get everything dialed in, streamlined, and just, I hate to say the word smooth in code enforcement. It's kind of a hard word to use, but I think this will help that. So this is an ordinance relating to an establishment and enforcement of property maintenance, abatement of public nuisances, health hazards, and sources of filth within the unincorporated areas of Boyd County, and repealing all prior existing similar or conflicting ordinances. This is the first reading. We will have to have a second one. We'll do a deep dive between now and April meeting. We'll really, if there's anything commissioners want to get added, changed, we'll be able to do that. And then next meeting, we'll be able to present a brand new ordinance that has some more teeth in it, and gives us some authority to actually make some things happen, really get in and make it happen. So we're pretty excited about this. Can we get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is approval of crumb rubber project. We do this every year. This is a 75-25 match grant. We're the 25, of course, so this is a good thing. We'll be able to use this for our parks and rec. Estimated cost for the county is $13,956. Total cost $55,924. Can get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Casey can,
Yes. So I was getting ready to say.
yeah. Because there's a project tied to this, and we need to have it approved so we can turn in for the grant.
Okay, so this is for the Crumb Rubber and Tire Drive product grant from the state's Energy and Environment Cabinet. And like Eric said, it's a 75-25%. Like we match 25% of the grant, and they'll cover the other 75. So do you all have any questions about it? We're looking at resurfacing Shelter 5, which is the ADA playground.
Yes. Starting to peel up in some places.
Right.
Bubble up.
Yeah,
We wanna take care
It
of
has
that.
some like cracks and some spots that are starting to like peel up. So
It's out of warranty, and we need to replace it. And with the Crumb Rubber grant from past years, they've really took a step up. And it's not just the loose crumb rubber that we used to get. They're actually doing pour-in-place playgrounds now.
So it'll be like what's there. They're just resurfacing what is there.
Well, this is also a place that we can attach the line of credit that we just approved earlier for LGEA money to be able to pay the difference and do it over a little bit of time and stuff, so that we don't have any extra impact on our budget. So
And it's a pretty, if I remember correctly, Casey, it's a pretty quick turnaround. Like,
Yeah, they award it in like May, and then you have to have it done before December, and you have to submit all your, your follow-up stuff, your pictures and all that. So in December and then in January again.
great.
we went to the Parks Conference with me, Casey and Sean went to the Parks Conference in November. They had a session on it, and we were able to get the dates and information and try to attack it. And it's an annual grant, so as we move forward, especially with the expansion of changing out shelter houses and making more all-in playgrounds, we can go after this annually.
That's great. We're continuing the land and water grants also.
You can. That's how this one was
Oh, okay.
originally. The original project back in 2013 was the land and water.
And I have on our little bullet point notes, if you have that pulled up, part of what our costs can cover can be install and advertisement. So you'll see that on the little breakdown area. They can cover surfacing and freight. So we will cover install, promotional items, and then a little bit more because of the 25% of the total is a little bit more than what freight and advertisement would be. So,
Great.
any
Great.
questions?
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you very much. Get a
welcome.
motion and a second.
So
We already
moved.
did that.
Already did that.
No further discussion. Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is KOHS grant. This is a resolution of the Fiscal Court of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing the Boyd County Judge Executive to make application for and upon arrival to enter an agreement with the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, KOHS, to execute any documents with or deemed necessary by KHOS to facilitate and administer the project and to act as the authorized correspondent for this project. This, yes. You want to talk about this, Jamie?
Yes, it's a grant we're applying for through Axon for new tasers. Current tasers we have are about 16 years old. So we've been working with Gary Selby on a grant. We just got submitted. We just need to get a signature to move forward with it. And
Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Anytime we do a Homeland Security grant, we do this every time.
Sure.
So we'll have more. We have one for emergency management coming up. We'll have these are pretty revolving.
The Homeland Security grant is what you got the pistols through, the new updated.
Last year.
ammunition guns, and then you went ahead with your drug abatement money and bought holsters and stuff for the guys and stuff. We was able to accomplish that last year, so it's a good thing.
Agree.
Yep.
Good job on that.
Yep.
Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook. Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes.
We'd be remiss without mentioning Gary Selby, by the way. I think that's been money well spent. Yeah, he's helped us.
impressive.
Very impressive. He's helped
Absolutely
us with a
impressive.
lot of grant stuff. And it's like I said, we brought him on board 2 years ago, and it has been off the charts.
Yes. Next on the agenda is interlocal cooperative agreement. This interlocal agreement is entered into by and between the Kentucky counties of Bath, Boyd, Bracken, Fleming, Greenup, Lewis, Mason, Montgomery, Robertson, and Rowan in order to act cooperatively with or signatory fiscal courts for the implementation of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act of 2014. We do this every year. This is a good thing. TENCO is just like 5CO, except
Actually, it was started.
Five. it's 10. So, no, this is a good thing we do here. So we can get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. And TENCO Workforce Resolution. This is a follow-up to that. This is to support the alignment of workforce development, education, and economic development in order to provide comprehensive, accessible, and high-quality workforce system. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is South Commerce Drive into County Road System. I'm just staring at Davey for a second. So this is one of those, it was a road, and then when Brady come in, Brady kind of encompassed the entire property. This is a gravel road that connects Addington up through Commerce into, what's that, Technology Drive. It's a gravel road right now. We're looking at accessing some grant funding to get this road paved, widened, and actually connect the two, which will be a great thing for us and everybody else really in the 5Co region, because this will allow, if we're able to get this road widened, straightened, and connected into Addington, we're essentially opening thousands and thousands of acres that we've been developing kind of behind the scenes with water line extensions, sewer extensions, all that, for industry. So we'll be doubling the size of the industrial park as far as the efficient access point to get to. So you'll be able to get straight from Old 60 on and get on Addington, which goes up to the fairgrounds, come all the way through and end up in East Park, and you never have to get on the interstate. So it's a good thing. The road's already there. We just need to do some work to it. Anyway, Brady had this, and then when Brady done the disappearing act, the road kind of went back to East Park. And now we're wanting to take that road back over so we can control it. And East Parks wrote a letter to us here asking us to take back control of it. So I think this is a good thing. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, transparency, community development update.
Bunny hop.
Okay, so I'm here to talk about events now. Yay! So our newest, like our up and coming thing is the Bunny Hop. We host that in partnership with Camp Landing. It will be on Friday, April 18th from 6 to 8 at Camp Landing. Our flyer is up here on the TV, and it should be on your screen if you're watching on Facebook. We are going to have free professional photos with the Easter Bunny from Courthead Does Photography. If you came to Catlettsburg Christmas, it'll be set up similar. You can scan the QR code, get a link to the gallery, and then she'll email you whenever they're ready to be downloaded. So instead of posting them on Facebook, we're doing that, and then you can download them at like full quality and get really nice prints with the Easter Bunny. If you've been to Camp Landing's Safe Trick or Treat or at the Bunny Hop last year, it is a spring take on indoor trunk or treat, basically. So businesses are set up at different places throughout Camp Landing inside, and kids go from table to table and get candy and different goodies and stuff like that. And then we have an Easter basket giveaway at 8 p.m. So that'll be a really fun day. The next thing is Touch a Truck. It will be on Friday, June 6th. Hopefully that will be on your screen soon too, maybe, if the internet will cooperate. We're going to do 10 to 11 as sensory hour again this year. So low lights, low sounds. We won't be honking horns and all that kind of stuff during that hour. And then from 11 to 1 will be the main event. So they'll have sirens going. The kids can get in the vehicles and honk the horns. They'll have lights on. It does get a little loud. So that'll be really fun. Batman may make an appearance, so that'll be a fun addition this year. That'll be at the convention center, and we'll have inflatables, crafts. We're going to have food this year, Kona ice, all that good stuff. So that's a really fun day as well. Next thing is Longest Day of Play, and that is hosted in partnership with Family Resource. It will be held on Friday, June 20th at the old football field where it was last year. It starts at 6, and we're watching Moana 2 at 9 p.m. So that will be a fun evening. That is one of my favorite events that we do. It is a whole lot of fun. It is a long, hot day, but it is really fun. So also shout out to all of our sponsors for all of these events, because like it takes a lot of people and lots of money to do these. So huge shout out to those people that help us do these. So that will be a lot of fun. Same thing with that. Food, we're going to have water inflatables. Our foam party is like the big thing. Long Stay Play, super fun. We're going to have games this year, Kona Ice, and a bike giveaway as well. And then our other thing is Dump Day that's coming up. That will be on May 31st at the Rumpke Landfill. For more information on that, you can contact code enforcement, and their number should be on your screen if you're watching online. Anything, Bobby, that you want to add about that? Okay, so
No.
I think that is all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. Thank you very much, Casey. While we're under transparency, just want to give an update on storm debris real quick. We mobilized, looks great. They're on their way in. Again, they'll be working in the waterways. If they come to you about easement access, just work with them on that, so we can get in there and get this cleaned up, get a lot of this debris out of there, get that water flowing a little bit better. So we'll be doing that. We've got bridge work, about I think it's $1.8 or $1.6 million in bridge work right now, going on due to this event. And then slips, I think we're well over $1 million now in slips just from this last rainstorm flooding event. So all that is, we've been declared by FEMA now. We've been included in the counties that were selected for that. So all that's moving forward. So if you see guys out working, just be cautious of them. And if there's anything that kind of comes up, just let us know. Or if you've seen an area that needs to be hit or debris or whatever it may be, just let us know. We'll make sure to get out there and get it taken care of. So. Anybody else got anything on transparency? All right, next we'll go to community comment.
I feel like I've already been to church today. It's so good. But first of all, I want to do my thank yous. Thank you to Sheriff Reese and the Boyd County Road Department for the signage and patrols around the Westwood Car Wash. That's really appreciated. And I really want to thank Jailer Bill Hensley for the BEST program, which allows qualifying inmates to maintain employment while incarcerated. I went to an event in December and was so impressed, so thank you for everything that you're doing on that. It's really appreciated. Thank you. I want to thank Bobby Stewart for the Boyd County Code Enforcement. I've noticed some abandoned blighted properties around Westwood that have been removed, and I'm really looking forward to the new ordinance. I know you work really hard on that, and everybody does, so thank you. Changing subjects, I've reached out to Hal Rogers about the possible closing of the Carl Perkins Federal Building in Ashland, and I hope that you all will too. I'm really concerned about this. I really want to keep our building. You all have a little bit more clout than I do, but I appreciate it if you all would do that. And I'm just so happy about the Healing Appalachia. I just can't stop smiling. I'm just so excited. But anyway, I know that took a lot of hard work, and I just want to thank everybody that was involved. So thank you on that. The next thing I want to switch to is elections. I think our presidential election went really smooth, and I appreciate that. It was noticed, and I really appreciate the 2 additional early voting locations. Our Secretary of State, Michael Adams, has stated more voting locations are needed. We did that, not more early voting days, and I totally agree with that. I appreciate the free busing that was provided, and I hope that you all will support that again. That allowed more of our citizens to go and vote. In addition, I hope the cost of elections will be made public in the fiscal court meetings. We have a history of doing that in Boyd County because some members of the state legislature have mentioned aspects of elections being cost prohibitive, and I'm really concerned. I'm always concerned about our elections, but I want to double down and say I appreciate the 2 extra voting locations very, very much, and that needed to happen. And by looking at the November 12th meeting minutes, I noticed that 39,000 went to that, but I'm sure that more did too. And I'm going to give out some newspaper articles of how they would do that in the past. But anyway, I'm just so happy about some of the things that are happening in Boyd County. I wanted to take some time today to just thank you all and let you know that I appreciate it. And once again, I cannot wait for that concert of Healing Appalachia. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have some things for you. Thank you.
I think the election expense is usually around 180, ain't it? Close to it, give or take.
I think that
Give or take 180?
For the entire, for both two
Thank you.
elections.
Yes, that's
probably.
usually, is it more than that? Is it less than that now?
Yeah, we decreased it tremendously, but we decreased that when we went to vote centers because we're not needing as many poll workers, as many precincts opened. So our cost of 38,000 and some is basically the only cost we really have now, because it goes strictly to our poll workers. We're not having to pay rent anywhere, to hold these vote centers. Everybody's been gracious to allow us to use their facilities. So it's
So
been
we
pretty
just-
cost effective.
What
And
it's
we're
saying is
utilizing our county employees to transport equipment, pick up equipment. They're already budgeted in, so that cost is already there. So it's really not costing us any more than it did in the past.
What I heard is we found $150,000. So that's good. In all seriousness, I remember when I took office,
That's what I was thinking. Well,
is that what you had?
because it said $39,000 this last time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, what happened to the other 100,000?
So that's it. So he's been able to find ways to cut costs and make it more efficient, which is great. But yeah, the number that was stuck in my head was 180 grand, because that's what it was when I took office for the first few years. That's what it was at. So good job on that.
Absolutely.
And we'll make sure to reallocate 150, somewhere else. Be great. That's right, yeah. Good job, Kevin. All right, Suzanne, thank you very much. Community comment, anybody else?
How y'all today? My name's Carl Ball, and I'm back again.
Yep.
Main reason I'm here is also about the new code enforcement guidelines that's coming up. I tried to reach Bobby, and I left a message, but I guess he's pretty busy. Trying to find out if there's anything, new development, that's gonna be corrected over on Potter Street. I just had Ross Realty come in and do a fair market value on my home. I had them turn it over to an attorney. So I'm gonna be looking at what the fair market value is because of all them junk cars and everything, comparing to what my property tax is, to come back to this court to get my taxes reassessed. And then I'll continue to watch and see how this is gonna play out on the new code enforcement guidelines. But something's gotta be done. The vehicles, as Bobby knows, Jamie Reese, these cars are on the county right-of-way. Some of them are sitting over the edge of the road. That is a hindrance to fire emergency vehicles or anything, postal carrier or whatever. I've been fighting this now for going on 2 years. And if something's gotta be changed, it's not just my place. There's other places like this lady's mentioned. A lot of problems in the Westwood area, probably also through the county. But we gotta get some teeth into getting these code enforcement guidelines set. And from what I've read through different codes in different parts of the state of Kentucky, that's considered a junkyard. It has to be behind a
fence.
8-foot erected fence.
Yes, which is in our ordinance.
Yeah, and things need to be corrected. And I know if you break down on US 23 or I-64, they put a sticker on that car. It sits there so long, they pull it off the road. These are in the county right of way. Something needs to be enforced.
Bobby, where we at on that?
We're trying to enact some of that into the new ordinance. We've did the stickers on a few cars. We just towed some cars here not too long ago.
We did.
So we are, it's just now coming out. We're just
Yeah.
now trying to get it going. But there was a lot of legal ends of it we gotta be careful of right there.
Right, well, that's what I understand, putting up the no parking signs, that couldn't be enforced because there's so many other streets through Westwood that people park partially on the road. Just like the signs Jamie and them just put up down there by the car wash in Westwood, They're trying to get that stopped and corrected, but it's not gonna work real good. But, this is just plumb out of hand.
Yeah.
And, that's supposed to be residential property. I talked to the county attorney here just recently. from my understanding, and I haven't checked here more here at the courthouse, but I've been told that that area for that business was changed over to commercial. How it was changed over commercial from residential, that I don't
Where
know.
at, what business?
Huh?
Which business?
That's DJ Auto Repairs / Junkyard there on
We
Potter
don't,
Street.
we don't have planning and zoning in Boyd County, so we don't deem anything commercial or residential. All that's kind of handled in-house. Like if you create a subdivision, the deed for the subdivision, the restrictions, that's not handled by the court. So we don't have planning. Nothing was changed to commercial property in unincorporated Boyd County because we don't have planning or zoning.
Yeah, I know the last of me and Bobby spoke, the properties went out of that gentleman's name into a woman's name that lives somewhere out off of US 60 because circumstances, he can't be into selling used cars or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I'll be coming to the continue meetings and then I'll let my attorney,
We're going to get you dialed in.
thank y'all.
I know I told you that last time, but I'm going to tell you that again. We're going to get you dialed in.
I'm working on this because, you know, I'm getting ready to spend a lot of money on this house.
Yeah.
And I'm considering building another larger structure on, because, you know, I own from Potter Street to Kenview.
Mhm.
But I don't want to put money into my property and you all's going to want the tax value off of it, but yet I've got a depreciation because of what's sitting across the street from me.
100%.
Sure.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Community comment? Anybody else?
I'd like to recognize Mindy Stanley from the Catlettsburg City Council. Showed up to our meeting today. Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. She's embarrassed. I'm sorry.
Hey, Judge, if we can, go back on that, Suzanne, so the roughly time you do advertising in the paper and that, it's going to be per election, about 39,000, 40,000 per election, so it's about 80,000 for the year. Yeah. And then the courts, under KRS law, though, the courts are responsible for all election costs, so they'll have anything associated with the billing in there. But really, it's just your poll workers, rental of a U-Haul, so it's like $500. So it's not too bad. Then the advertising with the ADI. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So what you're saying is we got 100,000. That's what you're saying? Okay. All right. Did anybody else community comment? Good there. Okay. New business.
Anything? Nothing here, sir? Anything?
I don't think so.
Then we can talk about it. True.
Nope, I don't think so. All right, next meeting, April 8th. Can't believe it's April. Can't believe it's April. All right, today we're going to adjourn in honor of Nina Stevens, who's a former judge executive's wife, Bud Stevens' wife. She passed away, and we want to adjourn in her honor this evening. So, get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. All right, thank you all very much.